especially you, Todd, from Smoothie Shack.
What has he got against Todd from Smoothie Shack, of all things?
To the owner of the blue sedan, license plate ending 497, in what was very clearly a no parking zone, I took the liberty of blowing it up for you. Just because Gotham has been returned to the people doesn't mean you can disobey traffic signage.
Really?
Get the tables!
Get the table! Oh my god, you got a Devon reference in there. Let's go! Get the tables! Get up, get up, get up.
You destroyed everything I held dear. My home, my father, my favorite yak.
A yak?
The yak survived.
I should never.
Hello, my winged adversary. I knew when it came to rushing to the rescue, I could always bank on Batman.
Oh god. You notice he's not blowing him up, he just literally puts him in goo. Puppy Express. Oh no, don't you dare. Oh my god.
Let's take a ride. Want to see?
So we're going after a bus full of puppies. This is funny. Sucks to be you guys. Here we go.
Congratulations! You have an average IQ.
Thanks, jackass.
Alfred's always asking me to use a coaster. Pretty sure this isn't what he meant. Another piece of the puzzle.
That was... At least they got us to do something.
Does your new sidekick have a name? Or do you just call her Robin to save reprinting your business cards?
Oh goddamn, that's a nice line.
Gosh, how much farther to the interrogation room?
It's just...
Dead shooter.
I thought his name was Deadshot.
How many times? That's the other guy. The name's Deathstroke. And when I'm done with you two, you won't forget it in a hurry.
I've been digging a tunnel with this, and the whole time you had a sword? You're the worst, Deadpool!
Ah, it's Deathstroke!
He was gonna say Deadpool.
Deathstroke.
Quick cover. Reversal. Oh my god, the retro ball's got on a roll up. Ontario just couldn't get out of that cover.
Oh!
Super kick!
Let go! Let go!
Super kick party! Yeah, pay the money for that.
They seem to be really feeling the
There we go! Let's go! Let's go! No doubt! Over the foul pole! Let's go! I'm getting notes here and notes there and notes. Stimulation is the key word here. Lots of stimulation. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mike the Ref Twitch stream. AEW Dynamite edition, even though I got the graphic on wrong. Let's just get this fixed up right now. I knew I missed something. You know, streamers are never perfect, and I am far from that, so let's fix that up right now. All right, folks, welcome. Good to see everybody here. Forbidden Dynamite, yep. Well, in a way, it feels like it. So far, I've heard of 3 matches on the card so far. By the way, good to see everybody here tonight, piling in here, whether it be on Twitch or on the YouTubes. 3 matches scheduled so far. We're actually opening tonight with MJF against Mark Briscoe. That is going to be our At least I didn't stream for an hour with a transition screen. Well, when I did the demo stream last Sunday, I actually had it on the title. I hit a wrong button and it stuck on a title screen for a good 10 minutes while I was playing a game, but I digress. I'm guessing that might be something you did or something you've seen done. No, I don't think my mic will actually work on the transition screen, so no comment. Turn up. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, we're getting MJF versus Mark Briscoe to start the show. We're also getting Leo Rush versus Kevin Knight for the TNT title. And I'm assuming the main event tonight, it damn well better be the main event. The Survival of the Fittest match, 6-way match for the TBS Championship for the women. And yeah, it's going to be a big night here. They've got an hour with the wrong stream, but the number of mutes are a bit... Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm glad I have this set up right here. Hey, Styles. Good to see you here. We went over this a couple weeks ago. It basically was a ploy just to get the heat off Tommy Dreamer for all the BS that he was putting up with. So, it did its job. I think he's an idiot, but it did its job. I just didn't take it serious. I think it's the best way to put it. As much as I take Excalibur wearing a San Diego Padres mask, that's fine. I appreciate it. I'm horrible at clips. That's one thing I want to start doing a little bit more is getting some clips out. Because I know people are asking about stuff and... Well, Excalibur actually was a wrestler. He did wrestle at PWG for a little while. So, yeah, he did get a little bit out of there. Yeah, when it comes to Bubba, I think he even knew it was bullshit. He just wanted to get something out there so that, you know, people weren't talking about the accusations of Tommy Dreamer being a bully and such. All pun intended there. But, yeah, to be honest, what I thought of it is not a whole lot. It's the best way to say it. Why is there a nail sticking out of that door? I'm scared Moxley's going to impale himself with it. Yeah, that's one thing I did say, and I'll admit it. A lot of people were saying that. Seems like I got a negative feedback for. That's the risk he took. That's the heat he wanted. That's the heat he got. But he was willing to take a bullet for his friend. That's the best way to put it here. But yeah, the story behind the match, I can understand where everybody gets behind it. I stuck behind it, saying that she really. I think everybody wanted to see Maya succeed. So if you believe something long enough. He's actually given the patch. He's actually offering the patch to Ospreay. Does he keep it, though?
Jeez, look at you. You're a bloody mess. This patch, what you did today, Will, was fantastic. That was next.
2026, a good year for AEW, yeah. But yeah, I am more than willing to be wrong, and I see where everybody's points are, and I do agree with their points. I love the story behind it. I just think the execution of it sucked. Ooh. They're trying to, like, the more they go through it, the more you believe that this, you don't know where they're going to go with this. Because there's a couple ways they could actually run this here. But yeah, so yeah, we got the title match right off the start here, but yeah, going into it, like, I wonder what people will think about that card after they take some time. By the way, I think the biggest news that we've heard this week, and I'll talk AEW specific for the moment. If you guys haven't heard, they're backing up the pay-per-view an hour for Redemption. It is going to have a 6 p.m. Eastern start time for the buy-in and a 7 p.m. Eastern start time for the actual pay-per-view. It has nothing to do with the transit situation in Montreal where nobody's going to be able to find anything at midnight. Has nothing to do with that. Nothing. Just move on from that. It's all about the fans. It's all about taking care of the fans. It's all about, making sure. But yeah, so the next two pay-per-views for AEW will be starting a little earlier, as we're getting. He already answered it. He already answered that question in the media call earlier last week, Styles. Basically, he was asked, and I prefer, I'll be honest, I prefer Sundays myself, but Saturdays, the only reason I don't think he does Saturdays right now is just because it interferes with everything else. Like, you got boxing, you got MMA, like, hell, big news, by the way, Collision will be tomorrow night, not Saturday. There was a note that came out earlier today on socials. So Collision will be on tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Because TNT is introducing TNT Fights. That is starting up this Saturday. So we might be starting to see a little bit of a change here in AEW, whether that's a full-time change or a part-time change. I don't know. Well, actually, to be honest, like it's just easier for me to book off time on a Saturday, that's all. Or on a Sunday, sorry. But yeah, the Redemption show will be on an hour earlier. And of course, All In's going to be an afternoon show. This is a huge match. Like, literally, you can't even say that he's wrestling back-to-back matches because they had the Owen Hart finish right before it. See, if they were smart, they'd have sucks. The fans would go sucks right after that. You know, the more that he talks, the more likely he loses. I don't... Folks, who do you got for this? I don't want to go crazy with the points here because, well, frankly, every time I do it, it just... Everybody picks one side and then it's all over there. But I think MJF wins this. I think it goes to the next pay-per-view. I think Kenny wins it down there. We do have Andrade... Zodiac, I wonder how many points you physically have. What is it, like 192,000 or something to that effect? By the way, before we continue here, 269,000. Ugh. Once again, happy Canada Day to all our Canadian friends and whatnot. Or to everybody visiting from the States, happy Wednesday to all of you. Since the majority of you are from the States, oh shit, pile driver out of the bat. Hashtag steal a move in the first 2 minutes here. I just want to ask you guys, and this is related to Backbreaker Pro. Saturday. Do we even bother with a show on Saturday? Because it is the 4th of July for you guys. For us up here, it's what's known as Saturday. But if there's no AEW on Saturday, do we run a Backbreaker Pro on Saturday? Or are you guys going to be out camping and whatnot? Oh, and Briscoe's already bleeding. We only got what? How long was this? A minute into the match? Yeah, I'm glad Shivani got the same idea I did. It's like only, what, 3-4 minutes into this match and we're already seeing blood. MJF is so polite. He's so nice. He's got such great demur about him here. Show must go on? Fair enough. Like, I can understand in some cases. Oh, hello. So, by the way, the other match that was announced for tonight is Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay taking on the Swirl. Blake Christian and Lee Moriarty in tag action. So, I expect it to be very light tonight. We are going to hear from the Collision Cowboy on Dynamite tonight, which I do feel we're probably going to get him in a match for Collision tomorrow. I have to say, after watching the show on Sunday, seeing the correlation to the storyline between David Finlay and Jay White, like the whole dichotomy of exactly how the... Basically, if you didn't know, David Finlay is the man who threw Jay White out of Bullet Club in New Japan. And he did it pretty much the exact same way that Jay White did it to Finlay on the show on Sunday. But, of course, you got to add a shillelagh in there. So if Briscoe's bleeding like this, does that mean that Moxley's not allowed to bleed in his match? Because I gotta think they don't have that many canvases. Probably not, yeah. I honestly don't think it'll be that hard of a match. By the way, Walker, I just want to say congratulations on a great cast today. Walker was actually doing, trying to handle the signing period, aka Trade Frenzy Day, in the NHL. And hell, could you imagine if you expanded to NBA today? Because with all the news that came down. Like, I swear, Boston Celtic fans are probably getting angrier than they usually are. Which is usually fairly angry. Their star player gets moved out for, a Happy Meal and a bunch of future endeavors. My voice would regress to fucked again, yeah. Voice went out. Voice was okay. Just glad you held up as much as you did there. It was a bit of a crazy day overall. Like, I know myself, I got another 5 videos edited today. Walker, if you want to know where I'm up to in terms of editing, I just about got the first run of Mario Party 5 done. And I have daily videos set up to the end of July already. So I think I got 1.5 more streams to chop up to finish off Mario Party 5, and then I get back to 6, then back to 5, then back to 6. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about here, Walker has been going through and playing every single Mario Party to raise funds for the Stollery Children's Hospital here in Edmonton. So, oh, and I did something smart. I finally put the link in for your site on the YouTube videos. Can't believe I didn't do that for a long time. So yeah, last year he actually went through and last year he did Mario Kart for all of them, and that was painful to say the least. Painful but fun. Now it's Mario Party. About 3,500 US, I think you're at so far. Yeah. What's your stretch goal now? 5? Super Mario Kart can burn in the bits of hell. Just my favorite thing to come out of it. Now it's a reoccurring gimmick, and it's all thanks to Super Mario Kart. I'm just sorry, Walker. I'm telling the story. I know it's your story to tell, but hell, I'm on stream here. So every time that Walker puts Daisy in the game, it's no longer Princess Daisy, it's Princess Blocking Sled. It's because of Super Mario Kart in that run. Because the CPU was so... Oh, Peach, sorry. Peach, my bad. Peach, that's why it's better to tell your story. But yeah, it's... It got so bad of him trying to get through some of those races that he literally had to do the 2-controller thing. Put the second controller down, select it for Peach, let Peach basically block anybody trying to get near him. As he's going around every start, it'll block the people off. So, but yeah, it's all in good fun, and it's all raised money for our children's hospital here in town. Walker, I think you're one of the top ones doing that. Yeah, Blocking Sled lore. Yeah, go back to our gaming channel, and you can actually check out the entire compilation of, I don't want to say compilation, the entire run of both the Mario Kart Challenge and as far as we got to on the Mario Party Challenge. And new videos are going up every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern for the Mario Party Challenge. That's got to be gross. Blood and spit all together. But yeah, once again, everybody, welcome. I know there's a lot of people that aren't streaming today that normally would be. Up here in Canada, it is a national holiday, and the fireworks will be going off tonight and whatnot, so people are out doing the festivities. I love being here with all of you, so once again, thank you all for being here. And if you are new here, welcome. No question is too dumb here, unless I ask it, and then usually it's pretty dumb itself, but that's beside the point. I forget when start calling you feel like it was a special cup when she actually blocked someone and she most likely accidentally blocked you. Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to see you finally get it through all the side quests. If you haven't noticed, all the other games that are associated with it, I got the logo with a little side quest underneath on the video thumbnails. I had to do something to make people wonder how the hell is this related to Mario, so just sort of made sense. But yeah, got another 5 videos done today. Only got another couple hundred left to do to get it all done up. My God, that's gotta hurt. Like, seriously. Dropping an elbow on concrete, I know the mat's not a lot, but still, it's going to absorb quite a bit. Like hitting a gym mat versus hitting a floor. If you're a heel champion, why would you reset the count? More than likely just to prove he's the best and end this finally, because he's never been able to. Like, he wants to finish this. He doesn't want any excuses of a count out or anything like that, right? So, also, if he wins by count out, they're probably going to set up another match. Does he really want to? Hoping to get back to the last board of Pummel tomorrow than the Lego party. No, I was going to find a way to block out that reset, but you never know. If you come to Walker's streams, he does have a certain stipulation. You can donate X amount, and you can basically reset him playing the game. So that's what he's referring to there. But yeah, Briscoe has always been somebody that I've really enjoyed watching. And literally, it's because of WB we didn't get to see him more earlier since he was signed with AEW. And for those wondering, what the hell are you talking about? His brother Jay, he, unfortunately, years ago, he had some very homophobic remarks that he made, that he's since rescinded and everybody's pretty much forgiven him for. But WB didn't give two hoots. They didn't want him on there, so. Mark's first ever match on TV for AEW was the tribute show to his brother Jay after he passed on. But yeah, I sort of see your point, Zodiac. Like, why would you break up a count if you know you're not going to... Blood drops everywhere? Yeah, well, it's a Briscoe match. Oh my God, what a chop. Red de Kung Fu! And I found it funny over the last couple of days. One thing that I've seen online that I love that's been fixed. The main event, Ospreay and Swerve. Speaking of blood. There's some asinine people out there saying, well, why do black men bleed? I think Swerve proved why. And how effective it can be. I still don't know why that's not a DQ, but, you know, I digress. And as always, you hit the ropes, right? Think Omega comes out after this match? Hey, Jake, Quick, good to see you, by the way. I don't think so. I don't think we get him this early. I think we get MJF gloating next week. And that's when you introduce Omega. Because I'll be honest, like tonight, I don't think you're going to get as many people watching tonight as you will next week. Especially from an American audience. Even Nats talked about it earlier. He popped in early just before the USA World Cup game came up. Nice froggy bow, less than nice slip on the stairs part. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Styles. MJF is that old school Southern wrestler. He always has been, always will be. And he incorporates his style here. And everything you see here is... How are the Americans doing? Down 6-0? I can dream, right? Can I? Can I? I have nothing against the Americans, by the way, just for the record. I just want a big laugh at the fact that Canada and Mexico got further than the States do. We would face the States in the semifinals if we got that far. And we ain't getting that far because we got France in our... What the hell? Okay. First time ever Max is kicked out of the J-Driller. And there's no excuse that he didn't get all of it. He got all of it there. Mexico should make it further than us. They actually like soccer. Got my hand go, ugh. Well, I'm happy your pain is gone. I'm just good, yeah. I've had that surgery before, so yeah. Canada beats Morocco. We're probably murked by France. Hey, Paraguay could come up with a miracle like they did in the round of 32 over Germany. Just remember that. If Paraguay wins that match, then we know FIFA's fixed. Because all three host nations will get to the semis then, right? Of course, Mexico has to get by Brazil, but that's a minor detail. Oh, they didn't use the fake rope spot. Thought MJF was going to grab the ropes for the win there. Paraguay beat Germany like air conditioners beat Europeans. No, that match was more like nobody wanted to hit a damn... Really? Holy shit, he won it clean. No bullshit this time. Table on the outside, yes, but legit, no BS here. MJF won. You're never going to hear the end of this now. Yeah, Shivani's right. You got to give the devil his due. He won no matter what. Like, we're not screaming about shenanigans here. MJF beat the chicken farmer clean. I think with Briscoe, it's more be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. I love the fact that they zoom out when he starts going into his tights because they don't want him feeling certain spots. Good match to boot, absolutely. This was a fun match to have. And now we're getting to see Mark Briscoe become a father again for a little while. Now do we get him? Now do we get Kenny coming out? Or maybe Andrade? This will be Andrade. He's got the middle fingers out already. Oh, it's Kenny. Okay, never mind. Happy Independence Day. Well, that's something we sort of have to correct. We're not really independent. We're just an associate now instead of a full-fledged member. He didn't cheat. He didn't use his belt. No, we're not getting that tonight. Kenny, what else? Like, Kenny's promos are usually hit or miss. But watch the goddamn match if you're going to do that. He won clean.
It's bad enough I had to come to a dumpster fire like California.
Well, depending who you talk to, they're right. Omega's a secret heel, uses alternative facts. You put your foot on the rope, you dumbass. Don't let... Unless he's going to put the career on the line. And that's how we know it's going to change. Oh, they're doing the no title shot against Dip. You know what? This goes back to that interview or that promo right at the beginning of the show, where Ospreay talked to Omega about, you know, you may have given up on yourself, but I haven't given up on myself. Those are the words that Will Ospreay used in that promo. Does Kenny Omega bet on himself? I wonder if that's the case, whether he does it or not. As we go to our first commercial break here. And yeah, just, you know, the match is going to happen, right? Like, that's definitely what what we're going to get out of it. But I also feel that this time Omega's going to win, and that's when they'll set up the match, the pay-per-view. But they still won't be able to advertise the main event of All In because winner of that match is probably going to get Andrade in the main event of Grand Slam Mexico, which I believe is the Dynamite before they head to Wembley. I wouldn't even say it's Dynamite before Wembley. It's the one the week before the Dynamite before they head to Wembley. Or head to England, sorry. So yeah, to me it makes sense going that way, and I still think for some weird reason we are going to get Ospreay and Omega because Tony Khan wants that match one more time on his promotion. It's great that it's on New Japan. I don't know about you guys, but I pay for enough streaming services. I'm not paying for New Japan World on top of it to see one match. Yes, I know you get it for one match, then you look at another and another, and next thing you know, you're watching all of it. But also it deals with time too, right? Like with all the craziness that's been going on today and watching the soccer that was going on, I didn't get a chance to watch the X-Men 97 that just released today. I want to get those 3 done. I'm probably going to have to do that between streams tomorrow. Yes, folks, we're doing a double stream tomorrow, so we'll get into details on that later on, but yeah, just watching what's going on here and just AEW's in a good spot right now. I wonder what they're going to do with Tekla between now and then. Like I know the face change will probably end up being in Boston, coming up in 2 weeks' time. Like the week after Beach Break is in Boston, so I would assume that Mercedes is going to get when she gets the pop that she normally will get, she'll flip there. By the way, speaking of Mercedes, did any of you see what she put on her Instagram last week? She reposted a Wrestle Dream photo of her as AEW champion against Davina Rose. So, a master troll. That she is. She knows social media so well.
Championship ever again. Also, if he agrees, that means that match is happening next week. Do you feel prepared for Kenny Omega?
Did you just ask me if I feel prepared, Renee? What a question. I'll get to that question in a minute. But first, Andrade, you thought it was a good idea for the real Latino man to put his hands on Big Hebrew? I'm gonna say no. See, payback's coming. You won't know where, you won't know.
I still want that shirt.
My God, is it going to hit like a ton of bricks? Now to your
As Jay Way would say, already?
Let's see. Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, Cody Rhodes, Will Ospreay, Samoa Joe, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Hangman Adam Page, Jay White, Tenochte Takeshita, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, Dustin Rhodes, Billy Gunn, Rouge Bandito, Brody King, Kyle Fletcher, Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, Mark Briscoe. What do all these men have in common, Renee?
Oh God, here we go.
Suffered a loss, and it was an easy dub. And now Kenny Omega, he wants to go at me.
Hey PJC, day's going well today. Got a bunch of videos edited. If you're interested, Jules has returned to streaming. His first video's up today as well. It just got released at 1 o'clock local today. Absolutely fun time with his promo. Like MJF beating Mark Briscoe clean to open up the night. A little bit of shocking, but now we're getting MJF in a promo.
Make sure be careful. You'll end up breaking your neck sucking yourself off like that, mate.
Wow. I'll get to your monitor thing in a sec.
Why the stipulation? or not. And I'll repeat myself one more time, bruv. Whether you like it or not, whether the sharks watching at home like it or not, I will see your pale ass in Wembley.
I find it interesting that he's trying to go fight for Omega here. Here we go. He's back. The Douglas thing. I think I missed something there. Oh, we got Alilo here. I'm not 100. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. Oh. No, because his real name's Tyson. I don't know. Maybe Shane Douglas. Maybe a reference to Shane Douglas. Oh, here we go. How you know? Yep, it's over. That comment. Well, now we know. All right, what are we getting out here to block this? By the way, I want that shirt that Andrade was wearing. I want a copy of it. Too bad they can't sell. I almost guarantee they're not allowed to sell it. MJF is a great. He's an old-fashioned Southern heel, and knows how to put things together. I will say sometimes his promos get a chance to be a little bit extra. Well, here comes our first feud. Weapon X. Oh, Drill Claw, sorry. Weapon X is the inverted F5, sorry. Brian Cage and Andrade would be agree, but he's very fun to... Absolutely. Sometimes it's a car wreck to watch, but it's very fun to watch regardless. By the way, good to see you here tonight, Logan. I love how Callis throws out... I got a feeling we're going to get Cage and thoughts on the TNA creating a women's title? I'm not worried about, like, I do think it looks a little bit, it almost feels like a knockout TV, not rather than a, like the wording of the title's a little weird, to be honest. Like the wording on the title. Like we all know it's knockouts, but if you're just a casual person scrolling through and see that title, you'd almost think it might be an MMA title because it's a knockout on TV. That's the only misnomer I have about it. The good thing, I've always been a fan of more titles. as long as they have some significance to them, if they have some differentiation between the titles. Like, for example, you have the Continental title. It's supposed to be a 20-minute time limit on TV. You also have the nobody at ringside rule for it as well. The national title gets defended mostly off of AEW TV and just pops in once in a while, but gives people an opportunity to come on TV if it's won. I don't mind them putting more titles because, let's face it, how many singles titles do they have in the women's division in TNA? One. And the main purpose of you being in a wrestling promotion is supposed to be to getting titles. If you're not getting the tag titles or you're not getting the singles title, what title are you looking for? So getting another title in there. The tournament is a little bit... I would have almost preferred a round-robin tournament just involving the people that are in TNA. Because, like, the one I saw... The reason I saw the bracket to begin with, I saw that Thea Hale showed it off, that she's going to be in it. And granted, it's people that aren't getting a lot of TV time over on NXT TV, but does anybody really, like, I get that we've already had the experiences of having NXT members win TNA titles, but for your first ever champion, does anybody think they're going to have somebody from the other promotion win it? Like, honestly, that would be a big slap in the face to a promotion, which, don't get me started on that with TNA, because, well, let's face it, they do enough slapping in their own face right now because, well, apparently Eric Young asked for his release and got it today from TNA. And it looks like he might be headed towards WWE, but I'll wait until I actually see him in the ring before I confirm or deny those things.
They said I couldn't do it again, so I did it twice. The first ever two-time Owen Hart Cup winner.
Knight and Leo's going to be a strange man. Absolutely it will.
Another reminder that none of you are on my level. Every company I walk into, I am the conversation. Every division I step into, I raise the standard. And every woman who's ever stood across the ring from me has learned.
I think Leo scares most people. Go and check out on his socials right now. He just put a video up about the TV title that he has for ROH. Literally, he touches it, it burns. It's almost like he's not allowed to touch it, kind of deal. Good on Mercedes. I want to see who's going to, like, we're going to have to figure out something about this match. Because Mercedes and Tekla going at it, like, I'm not the biggest fan of having two heels at one of your biggest shows of the year going at it for one of your two major titles. But you want to talk about somebody redefining themselves here. Like, seriously. He has redefined his career, and some of the stuff that he's, like the stuff he did on Sunday, literally getting stuffed in a hockey bag while I assume he was under the ring for the most part to start the match. Sounds like looks like the rain's about to come down here, which is pretty much a daily occurrence here in Edmonton, but the Ring of Honor title, you dumbass. It's from the conglomerate. It's a gift from the conglomeration. This crowd is all over Leo here, and I love every second of it. So cool to see Leo getting this spot right here. Like, I know I told this story before, but there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of new people in here tonight. Think Shotzi might get an AEW through this angle? Very well could be. Right now, she's just doing the Matt Cardona thing. Like, I know a few people have mentioned if you take a look at what Shotzi's doing right now and compared to what Matt Cardona was doing when he got released from WWF or WWE at the time, sorry. The hell's in the bag? That's his title. So they let him get a custom. Now he's biting at the knee. Do I want to see Shotzi here? Absolutely. I would love it. So yeah, once again, just as it is flashing up on the screen, we will be here tomorrow night. It will be just Collision due to, oh God, Andrade and Cage tomorrow. I thought that might be like a Grand Slam one. Jake missed his spot, and now he's going to get tossed. Oh no, he grabbed his own guys, so. Did they literally have to switch the audio just because of some of the stuff that they were saying? Oh God. Leo with a beautiful up kick there. Oh, go see Don. Go see Don. Leo, go visit Don. Madness, if we're going to record, it'll be on Saturday. That's what I was sort of getting at here. Do we even run it on Saturday? Because tomorrow I'll be doing MLB in the morning. And Don Callis almost completed a complete high hurdle to get out of there when he saw Leo. Yeah, I think Madness will be the first part of our show on Saturday. Little later start time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I might start at 8:30. We'll see. Like I said, it's a quiet week here. We're gonna be. We got a few feuds that are on the go here, and I know Walker's trying to get in. Thank God Donna's wearing dark pants after the Leo show. He should be wearing brown pants all the time. Every time. Yeah, I'm going to look over the schedule, and there might be a possibility. We might be doing a pay-per-view on one of these Saturdays. Or a PLE, sorry, because you guys don't have to pay extra for it. No, overall, ooh, that is coming down big time here. I love it. How would you like to run into this Leo in a dark alley?
No, please, no.
Funny you should say that. And this is the story. Thank you for reminding me of the story I had. This is like, it's got to be around 2017 or so. Leo was up here with Canada Wrestling's Elite. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, by the way. We had a show about 15 minutes east of Edmonton. A little, big as a city, but technically a hamlet of Sherwood Park. At the time, I don't know if they fixed that finally, but either way. Apparently, he had pissed off enough people on the show that as they were getting into the party bus that was supposed to take them to the after venue, he got left behind. The venue was closing, and it was raining out. So basically, Leo had to sit in my car for 10 minutes. I was just randomly there. I was the last guy there. I usually was when I was doing my podcast. And I just let him sit in my car until they figured this out and they came back and picked him up. Why you would miss picking up your feature wrestler, I don't know. My God, those eyes. I wish they could come up with some kind of moon contacts. I see the darkness in the distance there. I'm sure that the rain is going to be coming down here too, yeah. Leo, stop looking at me. I'd love to see, you know how they got a mood ring? I'd love to see him have mood contacts. So you could just, your mind starts getting pissed off and your eyes turn red. You start getting jealous, your eyes turn green. Zodiac starts thinking about his BPW title and his eyes start sparkling. Tony Khan, please big Leo versus Callis. I wouldn't be surprised if he does that eventually here. Or BBW PC. I know you want to go BBW, but I just, we might have to set up some kind of stipulation match that we have to change our abbreviations eventually here. But we're going to build that up. That might even be a War Games match. Question, will it be Aldis versus Gunther at SummerSlam? Wouldn't surprise me. After what happened this week, what do you have for Gunther? I think what happened is they originally were going to do Gunther and Lesnar at SummerSlam. And when they decided to switch it to Femi with the Hell in the Cell match, they legitimately moved. They had to pivot for Gunther. And Gunther and Aldis will be an absolutely amazing match. For those that aren't familiar with Nick Aldis, former NWA champion, former TNA world champion, but probably his biggest win in life is being the husband of Mickie James. Very nice reversal. Sky high, beautiful. Shade straight out of D'Lo Brown there with that sky-high powerbomb. All right, we're done. Heard Aldis likes hardcore country? Yeah, absolutely he does. Great finish for Knight. Great way for this match to finish up here. Yeah, that would be a banger. This one was pretty fun. Callis feels confident coming in the ring with Leo there right now. And here comes Darby, not even waiting for Callis to get on the mic. That is hilarious. We might have our first match announced, our first official match for Redemption. Right here. I don't think you do Beach Break. We got Jericho and Ciampa.
I want a TNT Championship match. And if you say no, what happened at Forbidden Door is gonna keep happening. I just wanted you to know you started this. How are you gonna finish it? How am I gonna finish this? How am I gonna finish this, Darby? You know what? I'm tired of dealing with you and your jackass low stunts. So if you want a TNT title match,
Oh. Darby's out. I don't think he wants to mess with Leo. It's almost like when he has to tag in, he has to say his catchphrase first. Oh, God, here we go. You'll never get the title shot. So now Kevin Knight's going to be the one who's going to be getting all this crap and Cal's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, this should be fun. This will be fun. How many special effects are we going to get out of this? Kevin Knight is going to be in a horror film for the next 3 weeks because you can see the graphic right in behind. This is how they're setting up for Redemption. And Speedball's even in the crowd like, what the hell are you doing, you moron? They wouldn't even let him in. He can't even buy a ticket. Yet you had to buy a ticket to get in tonight or what? So yeah, next week we got Chris Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa. We got Omega and MJF. Oh, great. Here we go. Another feedback promo. And now Ciampa's going to come back with a response. Oh, here we go. Well, no, he ain't saying shit because Jericho coming out. So Renee didn't want to do it, so this is where Jericho interferes, right? No folding chairs, you get legit ones. Shopping cart, really? Empty box, really? Oh my God, he's got a drill. See, you know, that could be very efficient in other spots, right? King of the Road match? Oh, here we go. Jericho gets the splash in. You couldn't have this much security to start out the segment. You had to start with 2, then go to 4, then go to 6. Oh, no. We need a King of the Road match with Jericho. Could you imagine? So, yeah, next Wednesday is going to be a ton of fun with Beach Break. Which reminds me, I got to get the graphic done up for that. I really wonder where they're going to go with this title. Oh, by the way, if you guys are interested at all, Hikaru Shida earlier I think it was yesterday actually, was actually playing AEW Fight Forever as herself in the career mode. I will still say that career mode was absolute garbage. What they did with that. That was a travesty that they could have had done so well. But what I will say about AEW Fight Forever as well, though, I think that when it comes to AEW Fight Forever, it was a good game. Wrong price point and wrong expectations from a lot of people. People forget that No Mercy and all that. All those matches were just a few minutes for the most part. They were, if you put it on harder, it did last a little bit longer, but in terms of the overall craziness of what goes on with it, that wasn't an $80 game. That's basically what I would say about it. If they would have priced that at maybe $40, even right now, if you want to purchase all the DLC, it's $50 plus another. I think they got it. Last time I checked, they had it on sale for something about $40. Just absolutely stupid how much they charge for it now. I think either Harley or Stat win the title. Honestly, I could see. Realistically, I see 4 people win it. I could see Aminata. I could see Shida. I could see Harley. I could see Stat. Micah, I don't think she's sticking around full time. I know she wants to spend some time in the U.S. Unless you want to do a quick flip of the title after a quick tour of Canada, of North America. Fine, but and Persephone already has the women's title in CMLL, and I don't know if they want to do another Mercedes spot with that. And when I say Mercedes spot, Mercedes had the TBS title here in AEW, along with a bunch of world titles in some other companies. And realistically, what you could say, her having those titles like that makes all the other titles seem secondary because she's a secondary champion. I know we know the capability of Mercedes Moné, but I'm just talking about a apples to apples comparison when it comes to actual title belts, right? So I don't know if they want to play that game again. I definitely didn't get a lot of feuds out of it, but. And I don't know if the Swirl are going to get too much in this.
I'm looking to get a follow-up with Kenny Omega after what we've heard from tonight. Hey, Kenny available? Sorry to interrupt, guys. Kenny, obviously you've got a ton on your plate right now, a ton on your mind. Have you come to any kind of a conclusion?
We're literally in the middle of discussing this right now, and guys, I just think that this is a conversation that we seriously need to have. 2 elite comrades have fallen to the same stipulation. Let's just discuss this, okay? Before we say Kenny.
They talked about 2 elite they can't say Cody's name, but is Cody the other one.
He's a gambling man. I'm a gambling man. Of course it's Kenny Omega, and of course he is the greatest of all time. But I don't mean to cut you off. I'm not trying to be rude, nothing like this. Look, I'm sorry, we're really in the midst of a discussion. I haven't made a decision yet. This is something that's really important to me. It's important to all of us. And if I can't challenge Giver again, what's there left for me? And what's Max getting out of this, right? Right. But the thing is, when I really think back,
Max is getting a true eliminator match.
I needed help. I needed to go to a dark place to get the job done. And I didn't like the man looking back at me in the mirror. This is my chance to make that right. And if I do that, I want to do it on my own. So I take this match. As much as I love you guys, it's win or lose alone. We support you, whatever you decide. Get your back. You got this. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Good luck, Kenny.
Yeah. That's a big interview.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, in other words, no answer. I like the fact that they're doing this, but I think we all know the match is happening next week. And that's going to set up the match of redemption. So did you see the latest interview with Will Ospreay? He was playing a little tongue-in-cheek on some earlier statements that he made online. So the interviewer turned around and asked about the long trips that he does, essentially, maybe not every week, but every second week or whatever, from the UK to the US. He's like, oh, it's great. I get to hang out with my wife. On the flights, we play Mario Kart all the time. We have a blast. If you don't get the joke on that, what had happened, if you didn't hear, there was a bit of an online kerfluffle about Ospreay's promo a couple weeks ago, talking about how he managed to take care of his wife. There you go. So, Jay Quick, thank you for filling in the dots so well. So after he went online and said, yeah, I smashed her up in Mario Kart. We all know it's bullshit, but we also know that, he's also saying, fuck off already. But now I use the Mario Kart thing again, just so every time you think of Ospreay and Mario Kart, you always got a different thing going on. So I wonder if Ospreay put the patch on already or not. That's the part that makes it interesting here. Hell of a match. By the way, this match here with Bandito, and I was just, don't think he was throwing mushrooms.
Bruh.
If you didn't know, this match that happened between Bandito and Moxley was actually originally scheduled to be the United Empire's Calvin Newman. When he made his last appearance on AEW TV, he was the IWGP World Champion. That was the show that they did here in Edmonton. Unfortunately, he was injured, so they had to pivot towards Bandito, so... And a chop block to Moxley already? Your phone glitched? I'm not sure. I didn't see a glitch yet here, so... Maybe it's just a Twitch thing. I don't know. I have been seeing Twitch doing some weird things lately, so... Maybe it was Leo. You never know, my friend. Anyway, how dare Ospreay infer that he and his wife enjoy having sex? The absurdity. Oh, no, I think a lot of the statements are from, well, it's X. Everybody's disingenuous to a point. Or at least a good proportion of them. Especially when they're going out there making statements. Half the time you got to wonder whether they're making a statement towards... Oh. Christian getting some work in. Half the time you got to wonder if somebody's trying to actually make a point or if they're just trying to get clout. He's fine. He's fine. My God, did Christian fly there? I hate when people say that, like Shivani here, where he's turning around saying, Ospreay's got to be careful. I'll wait and see what he's like over on ROH when I see him next. So, somebody actually paid heavy money to be there if they're wearing a suit like that. Maybe it's one of the World Cup players that's playing in LA this week. This really does look men against boys kind of matchup here. But yeah, Ospreay is one of my 5 favorites in AEW. Hey, you know what? I love the fact that there are so many people to be favorites of. And the makeup of an AEW card. Everybody, there is always something for everybody. And one thing I do enjoy most about AEW, and it actually reverts back to the Monet and Maya World we talked about at the beginning of the show here. For those that are coming in late, my opinions of the Monet Maya World match are pretty much the minority compared to everybody else when it comes to what happened in that match. But I don't mind being wrong to most people. But it's the fact that you got so many different things going on here. Like as soon as one thing ends, bam, next thing starts. So there's no real time to... If there's something really bad going on, there's something you can always change over to and reflect to. But yeah, there's no real time to really overanalyze stuff as you go along here, so... As Moxley's taking the heat right now, that's something that very rarely happens in these matches, where Moxley's actually the one taking the shots and letting Ospreay get the hero tag coming up. Tagging the Christian here. You're going to give him a wet willy behind the ear? Oh, never mind. He's just going to tell him he's number 1. And Ospreay's going to remind him that his boot is size 12. Yeah, you can't have that hot tag. Well, Can you tell that Ospreay's worked in a faction for a long time, as he was part of the United Empire? By the way, we got an ad break coming up in about 3 minutes here for anybody on Twitch who's not subscribed. So, just a reminder that subs are 35% off for gift ones in groups of 5 until tomorrow morning. So if you are interested in helping out and want to save some money, that's the best opportunity for you to do so. We will have some other opportunities to get the 35% off deal coming up, but this one's on Twitch, so I like taking care of this one better. Beautiful over the top like that. I think Marina is about to kill Jay Lethal. I think she might actually try to physically murder Jay Lethal. Especially after what happened last week. When Harley Cameron eliminated Marina Shafir from the Survivor of the Fittest match, which we sort of knew from the beginning because of what happened, but we also were a little bit shocked that they actually made that choice. Lethal, you're a dead man. Lethal, you are a dead man. God damn! Well, this crowd's going nuts. I love the fact that Lethal's still dead from an exploder. And there's your nuclear tag into Ospreay. Jesus, what a back body drop. So, Jay, quick, if you don't mind me asking, what are your 5 favorites? Because personally, for me, I've never been a fan of, say, per wrestler being a favorite when it comes to actually watching a card. I do have some favorite people. That's just from my experience of knowing them and what they're doing. As the ad break kicks in here. Oh my God, interception of the 25-yard line by Ospreay. Shout out to College Football 27 coming out today in pre-order. All right, yeah, no, that's... that combination, if these two decided they wanted to work together in a tag division, could you imagine? Could you imagine these two running as a regular tag team? Like, nobody might ever beat them. I do think it would be a gross underuse of Will Ospreay. And the only reason I say that not about Moxley is the fact that he is older, and working with somebody coming up would be... would be a little bit insane. Oh, here's that part of the song. He has to run to the ring. All right, Christian Cope, what do you got planned here? Are we going to talk Bucks? I think we're going to get this one at Redemption.
Adam Cole and Christian Cage won a successful title defense against the Dogs.
Well, that was a given. I had no doubt for 1 second in my mind that we were going to walk out as the AEW World Tag Team Champions. But the question in my mind is, what the hell is the deal with Jay White?
Hey, Snacks After Midnight. I don't use AI, so I don't know about you.
Before Jay White got hurt and left for a year and collected a paycheck sitting at home,
Ooh.
I had a serious problem with him. And I still do.
Oh. Looks like we might not have a title match after all. Even Cope's like, well. Always asking Google AI my questions. Fair enough. But here comes Switchblade himself right now for an interview. I'm looking forward to hearing what this is all about. But no, good to see you here tonight, Sal. And of course, they're coming out to a nice dance here. Doing great. Hey, you know what? I'm doing okay. If you guys didn't see online earlier this week, they actually had the part where Jay White was jumping up and they were doing the gun thing after the match. Since it was Cope and Christian's music, they actually had a Breakfast at Tiffany's music matched up to it. So this is going to be interesting. So we have Christian who's pissed off at Jay White. We also have the Dogs that are pissed off at Jay White. Forgive me, sorry. What does Switchblade got to say? It has been way too long since we've seen Jay White out here. Damn, over a year and a half. I really do hope that they get a chance to put Jay White back into the contendership here. Do you think they can get him back in the title picture after what, like, they completely fucked him over in the first run when he couldn't beat MJF on a bad knee or Adam Cole with a bad ankle. Full Gear 2023, one of the worst. I'd have to say, hell, the worst main event they've had. Okay, we're gonna get that eventually here. I can't wait. I wonder when Gabe Kidd's going to be finally cleared to get back to the States. Lucha, 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 lucha. That's somebody else's line. That's great. David Finley Jr. Bring it up to Junior.
We joined the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo all the way back in 2015, so it's safe to say there's a lot of history to it.
11 years together, huh?
And I still have to admit, I've never come across such a naturally gifted and talented wrestler. Someone that
Gifted?
and can execute seamlessly and effortlessly. But that makes sense because he was born into this business. Fourth generation wrestler now.
Yeah, fourth. I thought it was third, but I'm not going to argue with somebody who's involved. Nepo baby bitch boy. Wow. Nepo baby bitch boy. Well, somebody Finley out of NXT. Ah, Jay. So we're going to get this feud out of the way early. Okay. I really do hope that they get him back in the main event scene. Him and Billy would be fun, as he calls it. You notice he has to say it to make sure that the casual fan doesn't say suck it. I love the fact that they're trying to get the lucha thing over. At least they're doing it a different way, right? Oh, the true Collision Cowboys. Okay. Oh, fuck. That is going to be a fun match tomorrow. 4-on-4, the Bang Bang Gang versus STP. They're giving it a full half hour? But they're not giving it the main event segment because Omega's got to make his decision out here. Fuck. I guess we'll go into our spiel about everything coming up here. Like everything coming up on the channel. I'll do that after we're done here. But they're giving him a half hour, it looks like, or somewhat close to it. Even though Willow's starring RA Training coming back. I guess they're trying to reinforce. They've never mentioned that the title needs to be defended every 30 days. If they would just clean up that little bit of statement, just let that be known personally that's why she had to give up the title, then okay, we can go with it. Mike had a real good match with Sky Blue there on the pre-show on Sunday. If any of you didn't get a chance to see it, I do highly recommend go on to the My AEW app and check it out. Oh, and the feed on the My AEW app this pay-per-view, if any of you guys didn't get a chance to watch it, the feed was great. I think the only time we've had a problem with the feed, well, at least she's not wearing Superman gear this week. But I love the fact that Tony's like 2 years behind us, because we talked about Harley being the most improved 2024-2025. Then here comes Persephone, wearing the full Mexico gear. What happened to the women's championship? Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't. You know what? The fact she didn't come out with the title makes me change my thoughts about her not getting the title whatsoever. I still want to see Amanada and Tekla finish their feud. They really still haven't finished it at all. And those two beat the absolute piss snot out of each other. Not just piss, not just snot, piss snot. Check it, it's an actual thing. I don't know how it is because it can go both. Yeah, Persephone, I didn't think she'd have a shot because of the title. Oh. That's why I gave Persephone. All right. Thank you for the hydrate, sir. We're on the iced tea kick this week, so... Oh. I gotta get some damn carpet tape for my light. So for anybody that's asking about my setup, I have two ring lights. One here and one here. This one here has a cable running right underneath my feet, so anytime I move my feet, I just get... If the lights automatically go out real quick, it's because I yanked it with my foot. At least they're not walking out with weapons like they did in Ring of Honor. Sheeta's your favorite? Yeah, I could see that being it. To fix that up later. Well, they're starting to unload right now. Could see TK giving it to Harley too. Zoned down the stream in AEW. Forgot to do the second cook of the chicken in the air for... Oh, God. Hopefully you get to another one. I'll be honest, I got fried chicken yesterday, so I got some leftovers because it's way too hot in the apartment right now. Well, a little bit more temporary teamwork. I would love to see like one of the other companies get it, but no, I appreciate you staying focused on the stream, sir. I'm just surprised Persephone's playing the face here over this. Show's been great tonight. Like Osprey and Mox versus the Swirl's been good. The opening match for the title was great. Leo and oh god. Well, so much for Harley. Harley's out. Persephone, I was wondering why she was being face. She is being a little chicken shit heel. I love it. Right now, the key thing is we're having an ultimatum here of there was an ultimatum pressed on Kenny Omega. They're basically giving him the Cody Rhodes Hangman Page stipulation if he wants to get the title shot. He gets an eliminator match, but if he loses, he cannot challenge for the title anymore, period. So at the end of the show, they have to determine whether Kenny has to make his announcement. So that's what's going to happen during the final segment of the show tonight. Sorry, folks. Something weird just came up I got to deal with right now. Maybe it's because it's July 1st and a couple things changed, but... But yeah, if you're asking me if the show's gone well, yeah, I absolutely do believe it has. It's been a fun show overall. The survival of the fittest match, we've only had one elimination so far, so and that was Harley, sorry, so sorry, chat. Just had something come up here. Seems PayPal's being a bit of a bitch tonight. Thunder overhead, yeah. I think it's just... I have my blackout curtains that close, so I can't really tell right now, so... They were looking at each other like, all right, we got to go here. No, I expect a little bit of thunder, a little bit of rain tonight. Things don't get too crazy here. Well, it's no DQ, so who cares, right? I do like it's only one weapon. It's not 200 here. Sheeta doesn't go for the Falcon Arrow? Okay. So yeah, just a quick reminder as it's on the screen right now, we will be here for the Sidecast tomorrow night. 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain. It will be just Collision on Thursday night, as we will do BPW Madness on Saturday as part of a dual game stream. And Persephone said, screw you, you can stay down here. Shit, you cheap piece of garbage. Now, Aminata and I got a feeling Sheeta might take this. I love the fact that they just literally pivoted as soon as Aubrey told them the hard cam's the other way. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, not quite. I thought we were going to get it. Thought we were going to get a hockey fight, but obviously not. Takeshita and Fletcher next week? Well, fuck me sideways. That's a pay-per-view match. Looks like we might get a pay-per-view out of this. All right. Folks, we're getting a debut next week. We're finally getting a debut next week. Fuck this. I almost guarantee we're getting a debut. At least we're figuring out how we're going to get Tekla involved. Tekla involved in the pay-per-view, right? We usually don't see a lot from Aminata from the top. Oh, good night. Sheeta's dead. Oh, no way. Persephone being the jackass heel. All right, we got feuds a-coming. There's stories out of this match, folks. Don't tell me an elimination match like this can't bring stories. Why the frick aren't you pinning Sheeta? Yeah, I think Sheeta's winning. We're getting more picture-in-picture here once again. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Sorry, I'm not in my regal self here. And don't forget, right after we're done here, we are getting Backbreaker Pro Wrestling Evolution right after the show here. Opening contest. And this is a special request from one Will Jackson. He actually wants to take on MCG because he blames him for his loss last week against Zodiac. And, well, be as it may for me, I can, I'm not a hard guy to impress, so we're going to have Will Jackson versus MCG with Zodiac in his corner. Because, you know, you got to keep things together with the tag champs. And in our main event, it will be a Falls Count Anywhere match with Looks and Loggers taking on the Blue Shell Fight Club. Ophelia Paints, No Penguin. And I'll be perfectly honest, I'm fielding texts right now as to what the next match is going to be. MCG, he was just chill. You were distracting the goddamn referee half the match. You want to go back and check the video, which I recommend everybody go check that video from last week. It is available on our Backbreaker Gaming YouTube channel. There's an entire playlist available there. By the way, we do have an ad break coming up in 2.5 minutes. Tomorrow I'll be doing a split MLB The Show. We're going to get back to Road to the Show. We finished up Lego Batman on Monday, so we're going to do a little Road to the Show tomorrow. How do I know you didn't use Grok to edit it? More than likely, no stream on Friday. There is an option for it, though. Saturday, we'll be here with Madness. And we got a few things I got to figure out before we get going on Madness on Saturday. There's too many people griping at me about stuff. I do know I promised Seth Ross a match, so Zodiac, you might be getting occupied on Saturday, so get you ready for your title match coming up. But we'll see how things go. I do want to get Mellow Beast in action too. He's been off for a few weeks and he's dying for a match. We'll see what we can put together for him tonight. My God, these ladies are beating the hell out of each other here right now. So we're down to 3. I think it's got to be Sheeta or Persephone. I don't think Statlander's winning it again. Because you really don't need that Statlander Willow thing going on, but Sheeta Willow? I would take that. Or do we get, by the way, do we get Willow winning the Casino Gauntlet next week to get her into that main event of Redemption? It'd be a pretty cheesy way to get her out of the Owen Hart, but into that match. And then we get Mercedes versus Willow at Wembley. Hey, Vic, how you doing today? Glad to see you. Glad you're doing well. It's been a hell of a night here over on Dynamite tonight. I'm doing good. It's Canada Day here, so get to celebrate a little bit here. Got the fireworks going outside, but it's actually thunder. Well, Persephone's not dead quite yet. I don't know if you got a chance to check out the bit disappointed by the match. Would have loved to see some TLC. Bit underwhelming considering the build and stipulation. Honestly, we had a little honestly, when they did this in Ring of Honor, there was never any use of tables, ladders, chairs. Like it was the Ring of Honor women's main event. That was the first time they've actually gone into that kind of stuff like that, right? Realistically, it was supposed to be who is the best athlete that can win this match. And that's what they're trying to do here. That main event was a little bit of a misnomer from when... But I can see what you mean. Like, it needs a little bit more reaction to it. But I think it's fine. It's like, we also got to remember it is a mid-card title too, right? Shenanigans. Let's go. Shenanigans time. Does Persephone come? Oh, there. Cameraman. Oh my God, that's how it happens. She's out. Nothing to do there. Sheeta's your champ. Zodiac, you nailed it right on the head. Welcome to your first big feud, Persephone. Welcome to your first big feud, Persephone. You can see the U.S. end up looks like they wound up winning. Okay, we are getting a bit of a break here right now with the So I guess we're not going to go too much into overtime, but we'll see how long. We'll see if this promo goes half an hour like the last time these two went at it. I sure as fuck hope not. Ugh. No, so yeah, just... Yeah, I can see USA emotes. Like I said, the only thing I was joking about is the fact I want to see that Canada and Mexico go further than the U.S. in the World Cup, just to see somebody want to cancel it after the Americans get eliminated. It's no fun. We aren't in it anymore. Go home. But yeah, no. To your point about this match, yeah, it did. I think it got the plot points over that it wanted to get over, but it didn't feel like it had any car crash mentality to it. And I think that was on purpose, because they want to save that for the world title for the more part. What's Kenny got to decide? Okay, so MJF defeated Mark Briscoe at the beginning of the night, and he was going to attack Mark with the Dynamite Diamond Ring a couple times, and he won clean. Like, there was no shenanigans whatsoever, despite Kenny not watching the match and thinking that he used the belt to win it. So he challenged MJF to a rematch for the title, and MJF said no. Then he turns around and says, well, I'll give you an eliminator match for the title next week, but it's under the Adam Page, Cody Rhodes stipulation. If you lose, you cannot challenge for the title again, ever. So that's where Omega's at right now. I hate this stipulation. I would say no, but I also think he's got to... Or don't lose. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's funny because they were doing a little segment at the top of the hour with the Bucks and Omega backstage. And they literally did say they lost 2 members of the Elite due to that. They did not mention who the second person is. So I found that pretty funny, to be honest with you. Because you know they can't mention Cody Rhodes. Even though he is not champ anymore, so you could sort of say that he's not a champion in the other promotion either. Shout out to Sami Zayn, who might lose it as soon as Monday. For fuck's sakes. Sorry, some booking just drives me up the frickin' wall here. So these guys have no big deal waiting because they got a double shot tonight. They're taping both shows tonight. It's just going to go live tomorrow. as they're going to bring down the card. What do they have planned for tomorrow? Adam Copeland and the Bang Bang Gang. That's interesting because Christian wants nothing to do with them. Really? So literally we're getting a shitload of New Japan wrestlers still tonight. I love it. Well, this is a way to keep Maya hot if you're... So now Thunder Rosa is no longer with Olympia. She's with Mina. Is that what we're going with there? All right, let's just put 3 wrestlers in a blender. Let's draw 3 different wrestlers and go. Fletcher and ELP. That will be fun. And Elite. Tomorrow's a freaking pay-per-view, folks. Make sure you're here for it. That's all I can say about this. This is going to be a freaking pay-per-view. And next week, I have no doubt that it's going to be the same damn thing. Like, we're going to get a half-hour Casino Gauntlet probably, or 15 minutes to an hour, or half hour. Ciampa and Jericho, make sure that match goes on after because, well, we don't want a time cut short for the Gauntlet. Well, I guess they wanted to get Battle Cry up on the, at least once every visit to a building. This is going to be nuts, folks. There are so many different pieces and combinations and things that are just all over the place here. With Ospreay and the Death Riders, with Omega and this whole stipulation here. Does Ospreay come out to help Omega? Are they going to finally squash the Omega Ospreay match stipulation right away? Because that very well could be something they do now, right? Too. You get rid of this match now, then everybody knows, oh, okay, well, it's going to be MJF and Ospreay at Wembley. We might get Andrade and MJF at Wembley. At this point, that might be where we end up at here. But yeah, we're getting another promo battle here. That sounds about right.
There's been no greater passion, no greater pleasure than stepping through these ropes and giving you people everything that I have. Whether it be when I was a 14-year-old boy or a 42-year-old broken down man.
Fun fact, his first training center was here in Edmonton that he actually got to learn how to wrestle from. I know they talk about Winnipeg all the time, but he got a lot of his training done in Edmonton before that.
Records that may never be broken again. I have a career that I could probably hang my hat on and be proud of, look back upon fondly. But you see, there's this selfish part about me that knows it just isn't enough.
I love this. I love this.
That thinks there's still a little bit left in the tank. There's a part of me that thinks if I can believe, if Will can believe, if the Young Bucks can believe, if you people can believe,
We believe. We believe. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I'm not going to sing any further here. I don't want to annoy all of you here.
can be a champion that each and every one of you can be proud of, and I can stand on the greatest stage that AEW has ever stepped foot on in Wembley Stadium, and I can represent all elite wrestling, where the best wrestle, where I can face Will Ospreay, the winner of the Owen Hart Cup.
He really wants that match. I think we all do, really.
All I have to do is put it all on the line against you, Max. If I fail, I will become just like Cody. I will become just like Hangman.
They said Cody. He said Cody.
Another man that can never challenge for that belt again. And the question is the cost just simply too high? And the answer is no.
All right, we're getting it.
You want me to put it on the line, Max? If I lose this time around, you'll never see me in another title match ever again. And boy, wouldn't that make you happy? Well, Max, there's one possibility that I don't even think you have considered. And it's that, yes, I am still that same person that people call the best bout machine.
I think when you give him time, you give him a spotlight, you give him a crowd to help him, I think he has no problem being one of the top wrestlers in the world.
A professional wrestling.
The only problem I hate about this promo is I know MJF's going to come out and make a response to it.
To have one more chance to beat the brakes off you while I'm still healthy. Woo, it just gets the blood flowing, don't it? So Max, am I going to accept your offer? The answer is yes.
All right.
Next week, Max. Bring the BDB. Bring yourself. And get ready to pass over what has rightfully been mine.
They're doing the title match next week?
Because this time I'm coming prepared, and I don't know if you are for what I have in store for you, but until then, Max, I must
No. He's going to try to bid you adieu, and he ain't going to be able to bid you adieu.
know the words goodbye, mwah, and good night.
Well, I thought it was going to be music, but nope, he's just going to hit him. Why wouldn't they save this for Redemption? I think he saved the rematch for Redemption. That might be where they end up doing this here. Or does Omega become a jackass and say, I'm an EVP, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyway? Or maybe he brings the BBB and it's a non-title, or it's an eliminator match, like I was mentioning earlier, because that's what I thought it was. I will say it is interesting, the fact that they do have the title on TV every single week. All right, we're getting the title match next week. I don't know why we're doing it next week, but who might argue the title match? The only reason I would do it tonight or do it next week to save the headache, Death Row has cost Kenny the match? I don't think so. I think Moxley wants that match between Omega and Ospreay for Ospreay to prove it to himself, because that's what he wants. But honestly, I feel that the reason you do it, if you're going to do Ospreay and Omega, just get it out there now. Don't wait until it's too late to sell tickets for it. And yes, I understand. We still have a pay-per-view to go and whatnot. We could still get through that without having to... I could almost see there being a rematch for MJF if Kenny wins it next week, which I do feel that's going to happen. If he doesn't win it, well then, kitty bar the door, we're done with that issue. And then they can go straight towards MJF and Ospreay at Wembley. Like, the fact that you don't have your main events fixed yet, or have some idea of where we're going with it, because realistically, both the men's and the women's title match, the top title matches, neither one of them are really decided yet because, well, let's face it, we got either MJF or Kenny, maybe even Andrade in a bit of a push. And then on the women's side, like I said, right now we have Mercedes taking on Tekla, which technique-based I think would be great. After the promo by Mercedes today, I don't think either one of them is going to contrite themselves, for lack of a better term. Going to actually, there's got to be some kind of face in that match. It's a real gamble to do a heel versus heel match for a main title at your biggest show of the year. I get it, wrestling wise, Double or Nothing's the biggest show of the year, but promotion wise, AEW, Wembley, that's their biggest show of the year according to them. So with having both those matches so very unclear at this point, it's a double-edged sword. One, you like the unpredictability. You like the ultimate matchups. You can have so many different matchups set up all over the place. And it's cool. You can figure things out different ways. However, on the other side, you like to have that marquee matchup that you can sell tickets with. And while AEW gets away with a lot of their house shows being advertised as AEW shows, if there's a house show coming to town, it's featuring AEW stars, I don't have to wait to see what the card is. I'm buying a ticket because I know it's going to be a good show. When you're trying to fill 30, 40, 50,000 people in a stadium, and I think they said if you want to get an ultimate number here, 40 would be an amazing number for this one. If you want to get to that number, you got to give casuals an actual match to figure it out, because just giving them a brand isn't going to be enough to get a lot of casual fans, because 3 letters don't mean a whole hell of a lot to a lot of people. If you can give two faces of people that they recognize, that they know, to put up there for a marquee, or 2 or 4, the more people you can have figured out for your card and have who's going to be in attendance and who you can advertise being there, the more likely you're going to be able to sell more tickets. That's why there was a graphic that went up, I think it was Monday, with the all-in ticket links and all that, showing off Mercedes Moné and Will Ospreay, because those 2 are going to be in your main events. Those are going to be your feature wrestlers that you want to advertise. You got to do that to sell tickets. People see that Mercedes is on the card, they're going to get tickets. They see Will Ospreay on there. Some people are going to get tickets because of that. The more people you can put in that position that they know they're going to be on the card, the more opportunity you're going to be able to sell more tickets. And I think TK realizes that at least a good half of the card will probably need to be known by the time they head to Mexico that first week of August. And I think he realizes by putting this match on next week, we can, one way or the other, sort of set ourselves up towards where we're going to be for that matchup. So, sorry if you got a little bit of a glitch there, folks. My monitors just decided to flash for a second there. And Nats, congrats to your US for surviving. Had to, even though they had to get dirty and get somebody kicked out, but I digress. But that's going to wrap up this portion of the show here for the AEW Sidecast. Once again, everybody, thank you for being here. Always appreciate you being here. For those on Twitch, hang on. We're going to get Backbreaker Pro up here in a few minutes. For those on YouTube, twitch.tv/MikeTheRef, we are going to be doing our weekly recording of BPW Evolution. We're going to be starting off with Game Time Will Jackson taking on MCG. And, we're... With that being said, it will be available up on our Backbreaker Gaming YouTube channel this Saturday. Are you wrestling? You'll be up on Saturday, Nats, at this point. Right now, you will be taking on Zodiac in sort of a warm-up match towards the BPW tag title match that you guys are guaranteed as we go along. So you are getting your title match. We're going to play this out. But with that being said, for those on YouTube, thank you for being here. Always appreciate you. We will be here tomorrow night with AEW Collision. And as always, folks, it's a pleasure seeing you here. Be part of the solution. And we'll see y'all here next time on the Backbreaker Video YouTube.